Tyler, appreciate you coming on the show today.
Yeah.
Getting a much-needed haircut on my end. Yours still looks pretty good, but yeah, man. Can you just talk to us a little bit about kind of how you fell in love with soccer, kind of where that all started, when it started for you?
Started when I was 4. Actually, my first game, I ended up having the flu, and my first game was scheduled, and my dad and I, my dad's like, let's go pick up your jersey. So obviously my mom didn't know, and we told her I was just gonna pick up a jersey and then come home.
Yeah.
But we got there, we got the jersey, and my dad's like, just go play a little bit. So my first game ever, I had the flu, and after I played, I came home and I felt awful, and I didn't think my dad was gonna live through the night. After that, my mom never lets him live that one down.
Well,
so
that's funny, man.
That's where it all started.
From a young age, you learned how to play through pain right there and then.
Exactly.
You had a pretty wild career, to be honest. I was making sure I had my facts before we started. I was doing some background, and 5 clubs in 5 years.
Yep.
And almost all of them had some sort of craziness at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Take me through that briefly.
Started out at San Antonio, and when they were the Scorpions, back in the NASL, and at the end of that year, there was a management change. The Spurs were coming in, and so all that was going on. It was kind of unsure of what was exactly going to happen. We didn't know who the coach was going to be, management, all that stuff. So
Right.
I kind of went a different route. The coach from that team went to Rayo OKC, which was a brand new team starting that year.
Right.
And so the coach brought me with him there. And yeah, towards the middle/end of the season, there started to be some problems going on with the ownership and everything, because it was affiliated with Rayo Vallecano in Spain, and they just got relegated. So when you get relegated, you lose a lot of money. So yeah, so things were going downhill for them and then for us as well. So that was unsure what was going to happen, and that ended up cutting off after the end of the season.
Right.
And then from there, went to San Francisco, another startup team in the NASL, and we actually ended up winning the league.
Yeah.
But we knew by the middle of the year, that the team was probably not going to be around.
Yeah.
So we were able to start preparing for that.
Yeah.
Then from there, I went to FC Cincinnati, and
Caught an unlucky break there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there, I broke my leg and was out for most of the season and everything. So I did get to come back and play in a few games, which I was very happy about. But they ended up going to MLS, and worked out things better in Indy for me. So ended up coming here, and so now I'm here.
There you go. Tyler, I'm going to take you through a quick little segment here. I'm going to shoot off some questions.
All right.
I want you to answer as promptly as possible.
Okay.
All right? No, they're not going to be too difficult. All right, so favorite movie of all time?
Dumb and Dumber.
Solid. Favorite TV show?
Suits.
Suits. Oh, yeah, I've caught like a little bit of that one, but I need to watch it.
It was the first one on my mind because I just finished it this year.
Okay.
So, well, caught up, I guess.
All
So,
right.
yeah, it's awesome.
Nice. Favorite food, like dinner?
Like Mediterranean or Greek food.
Okay. Dessert?
I think I'd have to go. Tyler Pastor makes an unbelievable baklava.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Freaking guy's holding out on me. Team with him for a whole year. I never tried any baklava.
It's unreal. We went over and he taught us how to make it. I had to learn. It was that good.
Wow. This guy's cultured. I didn't even know.
Yeah. He's a chef.
That's phenomenal. What about your number 4? Any story kind of behind wearing number 4? Obviously, we kind of have that in common.
Yeah.
Any kind of meaning behind that?
So not really. Like the first 2 professional seasons, I was number 8. In my 3rd team in San Francisco, I asked for number 8, but it was already taken. So then my favorite player growing up and watching is Cesc Fabregas, and he was number 4. So I just went with
4.
4 and it was open. So
Yeah.
sticked with that
There you go.
the rest of the time.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I was number 5 in college, number 5 in San Jose, and then I signed with Indy, got here, and we were all kind of figuring out numbers. It was a new team. Everyone was new, like, so no one kind of, had a claim to a number.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to be 5. And then Eric Morales wanted to be 5 as well. And he actually had I think he has a tattoo, number 5 on him. And he had like a hat or 2 and like a t-shirt with just a big number 5 on it.
Yeah, you had to give it.
His desire for that number was much greater than mine. So
Hey,
I was like,
that was
right,
nice of you though.
Yeah, I was like, you can have 5. So I dropped down to 4. It was my wife's college volleyball number. So
There you
that's,
go.
I guess, a little bit
Make
of the
her
reason.
happy.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler, we were talking a little bit before we started getting the cut here, and you were saying how you were involved with Athletes in Action.
Yeah.
This past off season, you had a trip, I believe, to Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
How'd you get kind of involved with that, and talk to us a little bit about that, your work with them?
So last year, our chaplain we worked with our team, he was heading the trip. So several of us would meet with him every week, once a week, and he was heading the trip to Ethiopia. And I've always wanted to do a mission trip, but never thought I had the time, just with soccer and the scheduling and everything. But it ended up working out. I mean, I didn't buy my plane ticket until 5 days before I left, so but it ended up working out.
I hope you got a deal. I hope you got a last second. They needed to fill
I
the
don't
flight deal.
I don't know if I caught any deal, but I wanted to go, so.
Yeah. So what kind of work, what did you guys do over there?
So the first couple of days there it was more we had about 4 chaplains go with us on the trip, and then my teammate from last year, Tomi Amiobi, and then a women's player, Shay Groom. She plays for Seattle now, and she went. So the first day we were there, the chaplains were kind of just working with, there was about 40 of them or 50 of them. Can't remember the exact number, but they came from all over Ethiopia, and they were wanting to learn how to be a chaplain and stuff.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like chaplain training for them, and so we were kind of just there to kind of give our testimony of what a chaplain does for us and stuff, and for the couple of days. And then the next 5 days, we were actually running a coaching course, for 50 plus coaches over there.
That's awesome.
And we there were supposed to be some coaches that were going with us, but they ended up having to drop out at the last second. So kind of just got thrown into it, and having to run a full-on coaching course for a week.
Do you have a license or anything?
No.
License?
No.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you know the game enough to be able to make it work, but.
Yeah, it was really cool. At first it was kind of oh no, what are we doing here? Overwhelming. But then sit back and plan it out and think back to all the coaches that you've had and what they've done and their sessions and everything. It was actually a really cool experience that you probably wouldn't get here.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it was definitely a really cool experience that overall. And then we worked with in the afternoons, we'd go and help out with trainings and stuff with kid teams and stuff.
Right.
And it was just amazing to see them playing on dirt fields, dirt rock fields. And
Probably not a care in the world. Huh?
no.
Yeah.
And they were so good and technical and stuff. Playing on dirt, it's we're complaining about some grass and turf and
When our
everything.
grass gets too long, we're like, what is this?
Yeah. So
How are we gonna play on this field?
so that was cool, and then we got to see go and feed some widows and just other little things here and there. It was just very eye-opening and very cool experience that I hope to get to do again, either this off season or again. So
yeah,
that was
That's
awesome.
awesome. That'd be a cool experience. I've never been to Africa.
All right, gentlemen.
Awesome.
All right, my man.
Hey, thank you.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you
Hey.
coming on the show.
Thanks for having
Good luck
me.
in the upcoming matches. We'll be cheering you on.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, boss.